Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the week. This is your morning message for August 23rd. August 23rd. Oh my God. It feels like it is moving along, doesn't it? Last week was super stressful for me, so I apologize for the, I don't know, I hope you didn't feel my stress level. Let me just say that. Okay. So today, August 23rd, Venus trining Saturn, which is kind of cool. This has to do with long-term relationships. This has to do with a sense of duty and responsibility to your relationship. So let's look and see what's going on. Any zodiac signs that show up, I will dive deeper into them in the extended. If you're part of our Pathfinder group, the extended is included in this reading. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Okay? All right. I know. Deep breath, everybody. Deep breath, everybody. All right. Let's see where we go. I got the move in just before the hurricane shows up. I either move in a hurricane or a blinding snowstorm. I think that's probably how to put it. All right. Why? To be fair, there's Libra, all right, that's seventh house, Libra, unfinished symphony. So there is, when we're talking about that sense of duty, all right, there can be a need to tie things up or a need to explain oneself or a need to have somebody else explain themselves. And that's something that you might be really interested in when this Venus trine Saturn today and this week. So a trine is a lovely energy. It is a compatible energy. And so it does feel like this just should happen. This person should just explain themselves. And, I feel like it's good because it doesn't feel needy to me. It just feels like, hey, this is just what's going to need to happen. All right. And I do feel like that will flow easily. That trine energy is really beautiful. So let's see here. So far I see Libra. I will look at Libra in the extended. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Magician, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Emperor, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. Oh, I like that. King of Pentacles. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or an Aries, also Libra. So Aries and Libra are opposite each other. This can be this feeling of the relationship is kind of a push me, pull you kind of relationship. This person could come and go in your life. This person could be someone that you may see as a long-term partner. And I think you're correct about this. Okay. Whatever happened before was, I feel like the explanation is going to be that there was other people interfering or other people were, there was other things going on. It wasn't that you weren't the priority. It's not really that. It's that, this person likely from a spiritual perspective, this person likely had to learn some lessons, okay, before they could really come forward and speak their mind, share what's going on with them, before they really had the ability, okay, because they're showing up as Knight of Pentacles, and this is good, the Magician, and then the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like that to me is somebody who's a little slow to get it, that they need to explain themselves. They're just not really, they're sort of like, oh, you mean I really need to tell them this? Yes. The answer is yes. And because I feel like in the past there was this real sense of, I don't know, like wagging your finger in their face, okay? And I feel like that did push them back from explaining what was going on. I feel like they weren't all that excited to give you more information because they felt like you were doing this at them. And that can be off-putting. Okay, even though you were right, that still could be off-putting and still could be one of the reasons. So was some struggle and some resistance here, and I feel like the pattern might be yours around, like, you just expected them to be a jerk. You just expected them to be, part of your pattern. You just expected them. I'm a little out of focus here. You just expected it. Okay. But the good news is you're coming back around. There is a new opportunity here, a stable opportunity for sure, with the King of Pentacles here and with the Ten of Pentacles here. I just feel like you might have this thing in your head that, like, when any little thing goes off sideways, and I don't think this was a little thing going off sideways. I think this was a big thing that you just attributed, you just assumed it was this, that it was your pattern. You just assume this person's a narcissist. Just assume this person was going to ghost you and things like that. And so did this, like, right away, just to throw up just like, hey, I'm putting up my boundaries here, and this is what, it was just a little too strong. Okay, it was just a little too strong. And I feel like this person's not very good at communicating. So they didn't have any answer to that. They didn't know what to say to you. Like, they're just like, oh, well, they're putting up boundaries. Okay, I'm going to just move away slowly. And I think now the reason that something is happening is you may have taken some time to heal that you got triggered by something they did or something they said or something they didn't do. Okay, you got triggered by that. And that means that you just reacted. Okay, Mars energy, you just reacted. And that, my darling, caused a lot of the issues. So if you're saying to yourself, well, this is their problem, this is them, this is them, this is them, I feel like this is showing up because it's time to reflect on healing the trigger. I said that on Saturday, right? Healing the trigger, no matter what. So that will get you, will serve you well. It will serve you well. And it will help you to not be so defensive. It will help you to not be so emperor-like here. Okay. And that will facilitate better conversation, especially when it's with somebody who's not a very good communicator and not a natural communicator, or somebody who doesn't really know, because there's still a knight. Okay, you got me. There's still a knight. Whoops, sorry. And Knight of Pentacles here, Virgo energy. They just don't get it. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It means that part of their lessons in this life are to learn about communication, are to learn about how to do it. You're a teacher for them in a sense. And so instead of this kind of experience, Five of Swords, I think it's like got to be you and me against the world kind of an experience. And your job, right? There's in relationships, there's their shit and there's your shit and there's our shit. Some very wise philosopher once said that. And the trick is to know which is which. Because if you go in thinking that everything is about you, that how they're doing, how they're being, they're not communicating well or whatever like that, and it triggers you, then you're in a whole world of stuff that has nothing to do with them. That's your responsibility to hang out with your own stuff and take care of that and work through the triggers that you have. I feel like this person could be a decent, a very important long-term partnership opportunity. And this Ace of Cups is coming in to show you that. The key to it for you is this Nine of Wands, is to work on the patterns, okay? Work on the patterns of behavior. If you right away put up that wall out of hurt or hurt feelings or whatever, and you're not communicating, you're communicating in a defensive posture or an aggressive posture or something like that, right? Six of Swords, 10 of Swords, Sun, Queen of Cups. when you learn this lesson, when you learn the lesson, so right away I can hear some of you going, well, they're the ones that didn't communicate. They're the ones that didn't do this. That's all true. But do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Do you want to be right? It's like, do you want to have another opportunity, which I think you do, to communicate with this person and once and for all get over the hump of this kind of situation where you constantly have this, well, they're not talking, and so I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and all of that kind of stuff. It's like time to move on from those patterns. It's time to, and I feel like there's so much empowerment here for you. There's so much real opportunity here to end this pattern that you have, right? To move away from this pattern, to really completely end it, right? We're going to end this unfinished symphony. We're going to end this kind of way of communicating. You know, what's the saying? You can't unlock new doors with old keys. So if in order to get to happiness, you need to try and do something a little bit differently. And let me just say this to you. If that does not correct the situation, then this person truly is meant to go away. All right. If they don't respond to a new way of you behaving and communicating and showing that you're doing the work, Saturn, right? Venus trine Saturn. If they're not responding to that, then there is something for them to work on, which clearly there is, and they might be either A, inspired by that, or B, they may just be continuing to be in ignorance of it, in which case you'll move on anyway. But I think the thing to do to unlock this pattern is to behave differently and see what happens, okay? I feel like doing some healing work here, and Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, no matter what, it seems to me that you'll be given an opportunity with someone who's stable and solid when you learn this lesson. So this is a very cool opportunity here, Venus trine Saturn, for today. That's what's happening today. So I will look at Virgo and Libra and Aries and Leo. I see Leo over here too. I will continue on with this read. If this has piqued your interest, if this is your story, then I'm going to continue this reading. The link is below. If you're part of Pathfinders, the rest of the reading starts right now.